Hello, this is Kim from Kenny Lou Crochet. It's been a minute. If you are new here, you know if I'm sitting in this chair, that means I'm just going to chat. This is Titan. Let's see if we can get her in here. There's Bailey. Yep. Those are my dogs. Titan is a boxer and Bailey is a pit. They like to sit with me on my chair. Stop, you're being loud. It's not very comfortable, and I try to crochet, but my hands are like right here. So yeah, so my name's Kim. I mainly talk about crochet and yarn. It's been a minute. I don't know. I've been off. I had my niece got married. Oh, well, let's talk about, I guess this would be the introduction. Yeah, I mainly talk about crochet and yarn. I have 2 college-age kids. Yeah, he's got to lay on my shoulder. It's very adorable. Yeah. And I am a recent empty nester. Both my kids moved out. Oh, my oldest just bought a house with a boyfriend. And my youngest is an RA at Wayne State. So she lives on campus there in a dorm. They both go to Wayne State. The oldest, Kenny, is going for environmental science. The youngest, Lou, hence Kenny Lou because I'm so original, is going for mechanical engineering. Yeah. So sorry if I'm a little awkward. I haven't done one of these in a while, so my anxiety is a little bit up. We do have issues with anxiety. So I guess I should tell you what's been happening. I haven't done one of these in a long time. I had my niece's wedding coming up, and it was my first like real family function since I quit drinking. I had issues with alcohol. I say issues, that's like understatement. But I don't drink anymore. So it was like the first family function like that since I really quit drinking. And it's been a while since I quit drinking, but I don't leave my house very much. I have mental health issues. I have very bad anxiety and depression and all that stuff. I am being treated for that, so I'm working on it, but it still does hamper daily life. So I had my niece's wedding, worked on a bunch of shawls. I'll have to show you those one day, but I did a bunch of those for that, and it ended. Okay, so I figured I was gonna make a whole bunch of shawls because the wedding was a couple weeks ago, and we're in Michigan. So I figured it would be cold. It was like 85 degrees, and it was mid-September, beginning of like October 4th, I think, actually. Yeah, what are the odds? So that was unnecessary, but now I have some shawls. Some of them are kind of rushed, but my sister was there. I haven't seen my sister in years, like 4 years. She has been doing like van life. But yeah, I haven't. This is the first time I've even talked to her since my Aunt Mary died. So that's 3-4 years ago. She was at the funeral and then took off a little bit after that. But it was, I think my anxiety is just now settling from that, which may seem dramatic, but if you know me, you know that there's only so much stimulus that I can take, and being at a wedding where I only know like 6 people, was very, very difficult for me. She has to cuddle because it's so cute. It's just so cute. Yeah, so I'm trying to get back into the schedule of things. I'm still crocheting. I did want to show you some of the things that I've been working on. I'm almost done with my nephew's blanket. I just have some trim to do. And I took a break from that because I am doing that double-stranded. So it was a little sore on my hands to keep it tight. And then I'm working on my mom's blanket, which I'm doing in, it says it's a 3-weight, but I think it might be closer to a 2-weight, but it has a little bit of some thicker bits, so I think that might be why it said it was a 3. So I'll show you that. First, I'm going to show you what yarn I'm using for that. The coffee maker just made a sound. Okay, and I'm going to read this for you. Oh, speaking of reading, I am getting Meta glasses. The Lions Club in Michigan, I don't know if they call themselves Port Huron chapter or if they call themselves like a thumb chapter of the Lions Club, whatever it is. But so I'm visually impaired. I am legally blind, and they bought me a pair of Meta glasses to help. It's going to help so much. I'm going to be able to be more independent, especially with both my kids now being out. It'll help read for me, and it'll be able to tell me what color things are and what things are. So I'm really super excited about that. But so yeah, I was showing you this. This is the yarn that I'm using for, these are my magnifiers. They look so silly, I know. This is Berroco Tilly. So Berroco is the brand, Tilly is the, like, style, I guess. Excuse me. This is 62% Pima cotton, 38% Cupro. Okay, so I learned that Cupro is a byproduct of cotton. It's like the top tufts or something like that. So that was really exciting to hear. I like to do more natural fibers, if I can. Excuse me. That it made me really happy, and it's super soft. So I want to tell you more about this. The Tilly is made in Peru. It's 100 grams, 375 yards, and you can machine wash it in cold on the delicate cycle. That was another reason that I wanted to use the cotton. Was it's a blanket for my mom. It's more of a decorative blanket, but I still wanted it to be easily washed. And then I'm also using this feels right. Oh, I want to tell you what color the Tilly was. Tilly, like I said, it says it's a 3-weight, but I don't think it is. Color number 10911. Pamuk, P-A-M-U-K. So it's kind of a yellow. My mom wanted a yellow blanket, probably because it's like the only color I see. And then I'm also using Cascade Yarns, Noble Cotton, 100% mercerized, long, stable cotton. It's quite soft. As an accent color, and I'll show you how I'm doing that. And this is color number 30. This is 100 grams as well, 220 yards per skein, machine wash cold. Made in India. Cascade Yarns is in Seattle, Washington. Okay. So I'll try and show you this blanket. And I did not the Alpine, Bavarian stitch rectangle from Bag a Day. That if you look up Bavarian stitch rectangle Bag a Day, then you'll see it. Tighten. Let me make sure I got the right side. That's the wrong side. I took a break from this because it's such thin yarn. It's taking a long time, so I took a little break from this. But this is okay. So this is what this blanket looks like. And you can see I wanted to do this yellow. I wanted to add that to show that it was in the rectangle. So the ratio that I did is 7 rows of the Berroco Tilly and then 1 row of the Cascade yarns, the mercerized cotton. Speaking of mercerized cotton, does anyone know what mercerized means? I know I could look it up, but like I had questions. So, but I really like this. I like these chain stitches here. I like how it's turning out. It's about half done. I've gone through about half the yarn so far. And so you can kind of see that's what it looks like. But I wanted to take a little bit break of it. I'm getting kind of bored. So I took a break and I started, that hopefully will be done soon, and I can get my nephew's blanket done too. Then those will both be done. So then I started this hat. This, if you can't tell, I'm a fan of Bag a Day. Oh, and I did that in 4.5 millimeter. That's the hook I used. This one I'm doing, I don't even know if the colors are going to show on this. Hopefully they do. But you guys can look it up if you want to see what it is. This is a hat. It's the diagonal, slip for diagonal hat, diagonal cable hat, something like that from Bag a Day. It's really cool. It's super easy. And this is the yarn that I'm doing. This is, if you want to see what this looked like in the skein, it was in my Garen Hughes, Garenhuis, my Garen Hughes unboxing. Let me find this, I want to say this right. Okay, so that yarn is Manos del Uruguay. Yeah, Ideal. This is the label from that. Now, these are kind of cool. It has in here, like, I can't read what it says, but there are no two identical skeins. Each one is unique. This skein was made in something by someone. And I'm sure that you probably can't read that. But Manos del Uruguay is a not-for-profit organization created in 1968 to bring economical and social opportunities to Uruguayan rural women. We are organized in cooperatives throughout Uruguay's countryside where we spin and hand-dye our yarns. So that's really exciting. This is 100% Polwarth, Polwarth wool. I'll have to look that up and figure out what that means if no one knows. If one of you guys know, let me know. 219 yards, 100 grams. It's a hand wash. So this one's color is Rouge, Rouge, Titan, no. I think it's number E6907. So that's what I'm using for this. And it's super soft, and I think it's squishy too. It's got that nice squish. I think it's going to be really warm. And I did this in 5.0, which it says on Bag a Day's channel. Now, I'm supposed to use, Titan, you're spinning me. I'm supposed to use a number 4 worsted weight yarn for this. I don't know if this was, it didn't say what it was. And I used my wraps per inch tool to see, and it said that it was a number 3, but I thought that it was lying to me. So I had it partially worked up according to Bag a Day's instructions, and it was just too small. So I went back to where I was still increasing and add 2 more rows of repeats. I can give you, well, what I did to make it fit better to get, okay, so there's a point in the video where she measures it, and she says it should be between 6 and 7 inches. That's at the end of her increases on that. It's basically repeats. I added, for 2 rows, I added 1 more, 1 to the beginning, and then the next row I added 1 to the end, I believe it was, an increase. So just 1 per repeat. So in hers, where after she finishes her repeats, this is front post doubles and then back post doubles. 4 front post doubles, 4 back post doubles, repeat. And the way that you get it diagonal is at the beginning of every row, when you slip stitch in to finish your row, you slip stitch 1 over. That way when it like pulls it over. So that's how you do it. So like 1 row, for every row, you begin like the front post ones, 1 over, and you take one of the back ones and make it into a front post, if you understand what I'm talking about. If not, watch her video and you'll see. She said that, I know it looks kind of weird, but she said that this is, it's going to be stretchier because of the cables. Once it's on, I don't think it's going to be so funny looking. I mean, right now it just looks like a yarmulke. I don't even know if I said that right. But I think once I'm done, it's going to be cute. I haven't decided what I'm going to do for trim, but I wanted just like an easy one skein project, just a one-day project to break up the monotony of those blankets. Like I said, I still have my nephew's blanket. That's the red to black ombre blanket. I'll show you that once it's done. That I just have to finish the trim. It was a little shorter than I wanted, so the black end and the red end I'm adding trim to, just to make it longer. And then my mom's blanket, which, like I said, that's kind of a thin one. It's like between a 2 and a 3. So I'm doing a blanket in that, which is a lot. It's like 3,500 yards of that. So I just wanted a little break. Okay, well, I think I'm going to make this be the end of this video. I do have quite a few unboxings to put up, but I don't want to do them all in a row. I have a Hirschner's one that I opened about a month ago. That's how bad I've been about not posting. But I know my last post was an unboxing, so I didn't want to do 2 in a row. So I'll post that next. And then, because Black Friday sales are starting, I just got 2 more. I got one from Bag a Day. I got one from a mystery box from, oh my gosh, Darn Good Yarn. You guys know that I like them. Now, they do have one up right now. It's like the Ultimate Yarn Haul, the Black Friday yarn haul. They have one right now that's $100 for a Cantha overnight bag, duffel, and 10 skeins of yarn. Now, those 10 skeins, just so you know, because I got the one, but I got a 20 skein one that they had like a week or so ago. Those are 50-gram skeins. Those are the old monthly ones. They have their Yarn of the Month Club. And that's those. But I really liked what I got. I didn't get any of the, like, the ribbon yarn. So I didn't get any of that, and I was happy about that. And then I have one from Expression Fiber Arts that I just opened and recorded yesterday. She had a free skein day. I still have to look it up. I'll look it up before I post that. And there were some questions in there that I had that I'll answer beforehand to let you, or maybe I'll do it on the post after. But it was like spend $30, get a free skein. And Expressions Fiber Arts, that I'm sure you've seen her online. She's so nice. I've been wanting to try her yarn, and I'm glad that I did because it's beautiful. And then I have a box over there sitting from Jimmy Bean's Wool. Jimmy Bean's Wool was having 10% off clearance sale. So in there's a mystery box, a 10 skein mystery box from Madeline Tosh that I was excited about. I think it's all bulky yarn, but it was 10 skeins of it for like $10 a piece. It was a good deal. And then there's some other things that I grabbed that just were good deals. But so expect some more yarn unboxings because, you know me, I just can't pass up like a really good deal, especially for natural fibers and like hand-dyed yarns and stuff. But I'm going to let that be that. This is kind of a long video for getting back into the swing of things. No promises on when I'm going to do a next video. Hopefully I can get back into a schedule. Yeah. But if you like this, you know, leave a comment. Answer one of my questions. Tell me what you think of my hat. Looks kind of funny right now. But consider liking this video. Consider subscribing. If you didn't like this, why are you still watching?